guys, welcome back. I'm so happy that you guys are back here with me once again. So this video, as you guys can see by the title, is all about how I got my hair to look like this. Granted, this has been rained on. It's a bit more fluffy, as you guys can see. Not as defined, but you can still see some definition in there. And this is not my usual twist out or my usual braid out. Well, I don't ever really do braid outs, but it's not my usual twist outs that I do. This is actually my faux wash and go. And I think that you can see a difference. I feel like when I do my faux wash and goes, it looks more like maybe how my hair would look if I were to wash it and like try and diffuse it and do the whole wash and go thing, as opposed to my twist outs, which I find to be a little bit more defined, a little bit more tamed and controlled. And the longer you go with both twist outs and this faux wash and go, the better that it looks, in my opinion anyway, because it gets older, it gets bigger, you know the deal. Anyway, so let me hop right into how I achieve this look. If you guys want to know, continue watching. So the first thing that you want to do when you're doing this look is section your hair off. I like to put my hair into 6 sections so that it's easier for me to deal with. So with those 6 sections, you want to use your fingers. I think it's very important that you finger detangle or use a Denman brush or something that you know gives your hair a lot of definition when you use it. For me, that's my fingers. When I use my fingers, I find that it helps promote some clumping and helps promote, you know, my curls or my curl pattern, my personal curl pattern to stand out a little bit more. So I use my fingers and I go through each section using my favorite conditioners. Now, you could use conditioners that you know give your hair a little bit more definition. That's perfectly fine. I just use some of my favorite conditioners that have slip that I like using. So that, of course, would be my VO5 T-Escape Revitalizing Conditioner. Love that stuff, silicone free. Next, I love using my Tea Tree Tingle by Trader Joe's. I think it's awesome. I love it. And lastly, I know that I brought along my Afuji Keratin Green Tea Restructurizer hairspray. I like using this spray because it's a protein treatment, but it's not as strong as other protein treatments. And when I took out my hair from the last style, it was very soft and moisturized, so I wanted to give it a bit more strength in there. And I just like using protein treatments when I have done my faux wash and go. Okay, so the next step is twisting back up your hair. So once you finger detangled each section, after you finger detangle, you twist up each section to make sure that you keep it detangled first and foremost. And it also promotes keeping the curl pattern that you've created using your fingers and detangling and all that. So you twist it back up. The next thing on the list is washing it out using your favorite co-wash conditioner. So my favorite co-wash conditioner is the Coconut Co-Wash by As I Am. Love this stuff. Will never fail using it because it's so freaking amazing. I love it. Anyway, so I hop in the shower and I use the coconut or the As I Am co-wash conditioner to wash out. I mainly focus on my scalp because my scalp is where I would get most buildup, and I let the rest of the water run through the rest of the twist, cleaning that off as well. I do not take out the twists. Do not take out the twist. Do not unravel the twist. They're already detangled. At this point, you're just trying to cleanse the scalp. So you focus the product. I use the pads of my finger and I focus the product onto my scalp. Use my pads to really get the product to foam a little bit. It doesn't really foam, but sometimes you get a little bit of suds. Either way, I use my fingers to really work that product in and to get my scalp as clean as possible. Don't forget your edges, especially if you use edge control. That's very important because you don't want them edges looking crusty or whatever. You don't want them looking crusty and thing. So once you get out of the shower, the next step is using your favorite leave-in products to define your curls and also to do a second detangle, but also to moisturize your hair after you've just washed it. So the products that I pretty sure I used in the video are my usual direct leave-in weightless moisturizing conditioner by Giovanni. Love this stuff. I actually have a roommate that is very into natural hair products. She's into buying products and trying out different products. And she had these 2 As I Am products that she had, and she left them in the living room, and I was like, what are these for? And she was like, she doesn't really like the way they work on her hair. There's not much in the bottle. It's like half a bottle, but there's the As I Am Moisture Milk, which does not have any silicone, I checked, and the As I Am leave-in conditioner. So I just threw these in there too. I really like the Moisture Milk, but I'll talk a little bit more about As I Am products in another video. But yeah, so I use both of those in my hair. And then of course I sealed in with my Jamaican black castor oil. I like to use an oil on top. Basically, these products are not prescriptive or what you have to use for this to work. Just use your favorite products, especially products that you know really give your hair definition, because in the full wash and go you want to use products that give your hair more definition, unless you're going for more of a fluffy look. So once you've put all these products into each different section, you twist up each section. I think the twists are very important, but the thing for the last twist, once you put in your leave-in products, you want your twist, this twist that you do in each section, to be loose. You want it to be loose, because the point is not to create a twist out look. The point is to maintain the curls that you've created, or the definition that you've created with your products. So your natural curl pattern. The twists are just a vessel to keep it all tamed and not shrunken up. You know what I mean? Because the thing about washing goes for people with 4B, 4C hair is that it does tend to shrink. So this is the method that I came up with that gives you the same wash and go look, because you're keeping your curl pattern, but not the shrinkage per se, because you're using a loose twist to keep it relatively stretched. Obviously my hair is a lot longer than this, and if I were to do a twist out, you'd be able to see more length. But the point of the full wash and go is that you do get some shrinkage, but you just don't get like as much shrinkage as you would get if you did a regular wash and go. So this next part is a part that's a little bit, you know, that in between period, you know, when people are getting locks and they go through that rough stage where they're looking rough, rough. Yeah, this is that rough stage for some people. I don't mind it, but yeah, you have to let your twists dry. So now you have 6 huge twists in your hair, or 5 depending on whatever number you want to do, or 4, but you have these 4 big twists and you need to let them dry. And if your hair is anything like my hair, it does not dry overnight. I have to wait like 2-3 days for it to dry, which I don't mind. I do like a loose little bun in the back. I don't want the bun to be too tight because I don't want to stretch out the twist too much, because then you're creating like a very elongated twist out kind of look. So you want to just do a bun. You can wear hats, whatever works for you. I don't mind putting my hair back in a bun and wearing it out like that. For me it's fine, but some people might. That might not be their style. I guess you could use a dryer, you could blow dry it, whatever works for you, but I personally prefer to let it air dry, and I let that air dry for 2-3 days. And so the last part is basically you revealing your full wash and go to the world, sis. So yes, go So the next part is basically you taking out the twist, each twist that you did, and fluffing it out. So I like to use my fingers to very, you know, gently fluff apart, and you can see, I'm pretty sure I have footage of it, but you can see like the pattern that you get from doing this is not a twist pattern. You don't get like a twist out pattern, you get like your own curl pattern. So my curl pattern is not very curly, it's very like S-shaped or zigzaggy, and you can see that in each twist that I take out. And so once you take out each one, you fluff it out. For me personally, I like to do the fluff out the night before, because I find the fluff out takes a bit long for me, because I really like to separate so that, you know, the hair looks fuller the more you separate it. So I really like to take my time, put some oil on my hand, and separate each twist and each coil and clump that happens in my hair. So I like to do that the night before so that I can take my time. I'm not in a rush, I'm not going anywhere. And then after I, you know, fluff out each section, I twist that section back into the twist, very loosely of course, and tie my hair in a bun in the 6 big twists and sleep like that. That's how I like to do it. Now you could just unfluff your hair that day and leave, and that's your full wash and go. But if you're like me and you want to like wake up in the morning the next day, the lowest time possible, which I like to do, then you would do it the night before, and then in the morning all you have to do is like take out the twist and just do a little shake and all that. Use your Afro pick and it's already separated for you. But yeah, that's basically how I achieve my look. At nighttime, for nighttime maintenance, I would section this into 6 sections, do loose twists, tie it in a loose bun, put on my headscarf, sleep. The next day, take it out, fluff each twist out, use my Afro pick, and get on the next day. This is what I do. This style for me does not last that long, which is why I don't do it very often. The only reason that I did it was 1, to film it, and 2, because my hair has been in faux locks. If you guys don't know, watch my previous video about how I show you guys, 1, how I install the faux locks. I have another video on how I take out the faux locks and how my hair looked afterwards. But yeah, I was just very anxious to see how my hair looked after doing the faux locks and how it was, so I didn't want to put my hair straight into my 2-strand twists that I usually do. I will link that video down below, how I do my 2-strand twists and all that. I didn't want to go right into that. I wanted to just see how my hair was doing, so I decided to do the faux wash and go, I should say. Yeah, so this is it. As you guys can see, yeah, I love it. I love the way it looks. I never have had a problem with the way it looks. It's just that the fact that it doesn't last that long is why I tend to steer away from doing it very often. I feel like this is the first time I've done this in a couple years. Like, it has to be like 1 or 2 years. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Finally did the full wash and go video. So thank me later. Try it out if you want to, if you're into that. If you want to try out the style, see how it works for you. Let me know, especially 4B, 4C people, because I find that wash and goes work a bit different for us. So this could be a good cheat way to do it if you guys want a different kind of look to your wash and goes. Yeah, so just let me know how you guys get on with it. And that's the end of my video, and I really hope that you guys liked it. Like I said, everything will be linked below, other videos that I mentioned in this video. And if you have any questions and comments or concerns, be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.